Ed here with the Digital Digest, and today I wanted to share a quick unboxing and first look at the StreamLocator Hub. Now this retails for roughly $85 US. It includes 12 months of StreamLocator service, which after the first year will come in at a little under $6, and I think it's an absolute no-brainer for people like myself and many of you that subscribe to the channel. So at its core, this is all about geo unblocking in a very turnkey, easy solution. You buy this piece of hardware, you have the service, as I mentioned. They have a master list of streaming content apps that this works with, and you can select what country you want to get said content from. But for me, the real beauty of this, after all, being in the US, that's not really an issue. If you're outside of the US, this is also a brilliant product. But for me, this is all about watching NFL games. Now, because I happen to be from New York, anyone that subscribes already knows that. What you may not know is I love my New York Football Giants. But since moving, I have had no practical, forget good way to watch the Giants. I've tried, purchasing the NFL Direct ticket online, which you cannot do. It's region blocked. That's a conversation for another time. I used YouTube TV for a while. That ended up becoming region blocked, even with spoofing the IP, your region. That's where StreamLocator says, not only will we accomplish that goal for you, but we're going to save you money in the process, because all of those things I just mentioned were about $75 a month. Here, $85 gets you the hardware plus a year of service. I already mentioned a little under $6 for the service after that. And then whatever services, again, that StreamLocator works with, that master list, you have the ability to stream at your will on just about any device. And that's the other beautiful thing, beyond the fact that it will outperform VPN performance, because you're not going to have strangled bandwidth either, which is a common problem with using a VPN. Here, again, for sports, if like me, you want to watch NFL games, the season literally starts today, you have that ability, and you're getting basically the same service that you do with the NFL Sunday Ticket, and I think it's like $10 a month through Canada's, I think the name is DAZN service. You also get UFC pay-per-view matches, as well as plenty of European football, soccer, if that's what you're after. And as you can see right here, just what's in the box, of course, the antenna. This is dual band, so you have both 2.4 as well as 5 gigahertz. The throughput on here is going to be enough for roughly 12 simultaneous 4K streams. And basically any device that can, see this on your network, you're going to connect this device to your either router or directly to the modem, depending on your setup. You're going to be able to just log on to this network to stream anything, again, geo unblocked, which I think is, again, brilliant. And I'm excited because, as I've said, I've been struggling for, going on 5 years already, to find a reliable and a good way, not just reliable, to handle this, to be able just to watch my New York Football Giants. So here's the StreamLocator Hub. It looks like a router at its base, and I will be using this with my Orbi mesh Wi-Fi 6 system. I have 3 satellites in total, so I will let you know how that ends up working out. And, I may have to play with where it's going to go, but the ideal setup for this is locating it, as I mentioned, either at the modem or the router. And that's because you want this as close to the origination of your internet connection as possible. And on the back, you can see you have multiple ports, up to 4 there. And it's just pretty straightforward, as well as a USB port, ventilation on the bottom, and it does what it's supposed to. Now, so I'm sure many of you are, again, going to say, I use a VPN, that works for me. But beyond the fact that this will eliminate latency that you encounter with a VPN, the other really nice thing is that it's going to be friendly with smart devices. So let's say you don't have a Shield, an NVIDIA Shield, which I do use for most of my streaming content, even though I've got brand new TVs in the house. I mean, we are still in a pandemic, so devices like this are golden in my book. The other beautiful thing is that there are TVs in the house that I don't have a Shield hooked up to, and I can easily rectify that by simply again, this is going to show up on my network as a StreamLocator internet connection in the Wi-Fi list, connect to that, and again, just seamlessly connect to whatever streaming service I want to, and you can use consoles, I mean, pretty much anything. We're talking about essentially, as I've already said, smart TVs, so whether you've got LG, Sony, or Samsung like I do, you don't need to have any middleman product in between. You're just going to connect the TV to the StreamLocator Wi-Fi access point, and then go ahead and watch whatever you want based on the region you want to get content from. So in my case, again, DAZN from Canada, I'm just going to select that I'm in the Canadian region, and I will have a full review for this. This is just the unboxing, but I'm excited because this is a game-changing product for me. VPN cannot do what StreamLocator can in any way. And then, let's say, I select Canada, I'm going to have access to everything I would with the NFL game day ticket from DirecTV, but again, at $10 a month as opposed to their $75 price. And I can't even buy it where I live, so forget about the savings. I would have been willing to pay more. The fact of the matter is, you don't have to. Now, if you're using a Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, Xbox, PlayStation, whatever it may be, your iPhone, your iPad browser, this is going to work, and that's the beauty. So it's really just a matter of hooking it up to the network, and then after you realize in the 30-day trial that they give you, which I haven't mentioned because you do get 30 days to figure out whether or not this is all it's cracked up to be, that's when after 1 year, it's a whopping $6 a month, which if you already know what VPN costs, well, then you know that that's nothing. And in addition to that, you have to remember, this doesn't do what a VPN does. A lot of people are going to say, well, it's just a VPN with hardware. And that's not the case, because this is not going to hide your IP address. It doesn't do that in any way, shape, or form. VPNs, the whole premise is that it's spoofing your location, hiding it from your ISP. There's none of that here. And I also love that this is legal. That's another thing. StreamLocator's goal really is to make content that we're paying for available to us. And that's admirable because, quite frankly, that's the way it should be. And, for those of you that don't know, I did work in television for a while. And, I mean, just the amount of region blocking back then, it was already apparent. The NFL contract with DirecTV, I knew, was a death knell. And that was long before streaming existed. So this is just a great device. And yet I haven't plugged it in. I know it's going to be that simple. So my next step when this video is wrapped, before I can give you the full review and really confirm all of my excitement about what the potential use cases for this are, beyond me just watching my Giants, is that I'm going to hook this up to my router, to the Orbi Wi-Fi 6 mesh system, and then basically just connect to the StreamLocator's connection and use it to select my location within DAZN, which I will have to pay for, as I mentioned. And I mean, that's it. Then I'm going to navigate to the Giants this coming Sunday, and I'm in business. So some key streaming services. Netflix, by the way, if you didn't know, VPNs no longer work. So StreamLocator, another great option. Some countries that you can unblock just to give you a taste: Brazil, Canada, France, Germany, South Korea, the UK, and the US. DAZN, Germany, US, and Canada. So this is just to give you an idea. Disney Plus, another incredibly popular streaming service. You're looking at Canada, US, and the UK. Discovery Plus, another incredibly popular one. Italy, the UK, and the US. Prime, if you're after Amazon Prime Video, you get the US and UK. Acorn TV, Crunchyroll, I'm just going down the list, Roku, there are so many. So, take a look, see if it fits the bill for you. Again, I think anyone in the US who's trying to watch NFL games, don't think you have your solution. And of course, I'll confirm that. If you want to wait. And by the way, on the hardware, we have LEDs to essentially let you know activity on everything. So whether we're talking about which band it's using, the 5G or the 2.4 gigahertz, it'll let you know. If the USB port is active, it will let you know. the LAN ports specifically, which are active, and power, of course. So again, just really excited. The ease of use here is what it's all about. Turnkey and something that everyone can use to create equality when it comes to digital streaming services that we are already paying for. And if you're in the US and this is not your, this is not where you were born and you're ESL, I think this is a great opportunity to get content on streaming services from where you're from, as long as, again, they are on that list on StreamLocator's website. That's another angle I think that is compelling for consumers here in the US that want content from, where they're from home, even if now they consider the US home. If you're looking for other language content that isn't on a lot of these streaming services, this could very well be a gateway to that as well. So excited, you can already tell. It's not expensive, and I really think this is going to change the pandemic for many of us, myself especially. Finally, I'm going to be able to watch NFL games without pulling my hair out and juggling streams and trying all kinds of ridiculous ways to get them. So first look at the StreamLocator. Any questions or comments, please feel free to post them. Hit that like button, and as usual, please feel free to subscribe, and please stay safe. Later.